Now, when it comes to Rider-Waite Smith lineage, this is the deck that I have wanted for the longest time. I have wanted this deck pretty much since my beginning with tarot, and at the time it was out of print. It used to sell for astronomical prices, so I was naturally so thrilled to find out that Kitty Kahane Tarot was recently republished by Urania and now available mass market. Namaste, Masha here. Welcome to my channel. This video is the return to my side-by-side with RWS series, and this is the feature on my channel where we look at usually two decks side by side, and one of those decks always features the artwork by Pamela Coleman Smith, the original RWS or version of original RWS, and another deck comes from RWS lineage but a more contemporary vision of RWS Tarot. So today we will be having a look at Kitty Kahane Tarot, which is published by Urania, former AGM. From my understanding, they don't mention AGM anymore on the box. And the other deck that we will be looking at is A.E.Waite Tarot, also published by AGM Urania, right? So my guess is just more like kind of a bit of rebranding, but I haven't researched that. So if you know about Urania and AGM Urania, if you have more information, please do let me know. But why did I choose those two decks? Well, I like those two decks a lot. Also, because I haven't put Kitty Kahane Tarot side by side with RWS yet, so myself I would love to see them side by side. And both of those decks, both of these decks in my collection that I have, they happen to be in German language, which I thought, well, yeah, which deck would I choose to pair with Kitty Kahane? Why not use the deck published by the same company and also in German language? And I so hope that you will enjoy seeing those two tarots side by side with me today. So here they are, the Kitty Kahane Tarot and A.E.Waite Tarot by AGM Urania, Urania. Now, let's just quickly have a look at the boxes if you're curious about the packaging they come in. Kitty Kahane Tarot, because it's a reprint, right? The most recent reprint of the deck. The box is updated, so it's a sturdy, beautiful, sturdy box, but it's the one that has a magnetic closure here, so you can see in here. So if you open it, the top part of the box is illustrated as the backing of the card, and that's the inside of the box. If we have a look at A.E.Waite Tarot, it's just a two-part box. So it's sort of semi-sturdy. Of course, this one is a bit sturdier, a bit harder cardboard here, but this box is fine, and I've had this deck for quite a while now, so nothing wrong with this box either. So now to the cards. The cards are just pop them side by side here. They're exactly the same size, and while the Kitty Kahane box is a little bit bigger because of the structure of the box, the card seems to be about the same thickness. Maybe, exactly the same. So the cardstock is, if not the same, is very, very similar. So it's that AGM cardstock that we're familiar with, that has that satiny finish, a little bit of a sheen, but there is no gloss. And here straight away we see the back of the Kitty Kahane Tarot. And as you can see from here, the artwork is almost like childlike, right? And the Kitty Kahane Tarot, it's playful, it's childlike, and the color palette that made me really happy. I love all the fuchsias, of the blues, of the teals, and the colors are just vibrant and gorgeous in this deck. And the size of the cards is exactly the same, as you can see, and it's pretty much what we know as a standard tarot size, right, when it comes to mass market decks. So that would be the size of the cards. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you all the cards, all 78 cards from both decks side by side, but commentary free, so you can just have a look for yourself, and I'll be curious to hear which cards you found interesting, Kitty Kahane's interpretations of our familiar RWS, and which cards stood out for you. And after the flip through, I will share with you some of mine, which I found personally quite interesting. also what we have seen now, having had a look at both decks side by side, that Kitty Kahane Tarot is a more, I guess, well, if it's a good word, simplified, right? But it's more a quirky version of based on RWS, with some of the Golden Dawn symbology being completely removed out of the cards and some of them being reinterpreted, some of the symbols being reinterpreted. But in Kitty Kahane, I see a quirky, playful, vibrant colored and fresh deck, which I personally like very much. I also think, like, let's just have a look. I mean, I know my booklet is in German, but I will of course link both decks available in English language, right, with booklets in English language. I don't have the booklet from A.E.Waite, but actually it's one of the best booklets that comes with A.E.Waite in the English version, because I have like a larger copy of it as well. And the booklet for this deck is written by Rachel Pollack, so it's really like, it's a little white book, but it's actually really comprehensive when it comes to little white books for RWS deck A.E.Waite. And Kitty Kahane guidebook is written by Lilo Schwartz, who is a psychologist, and Kitty Kahane, of course, is the creator. She is an artist, a German-based artist. And the booklet is really good. If you look at the pages, it's 109 written pages, right? And when it comes to the cards, what I really like, let's just open, because I've got the Empress card here. So in the booklet, you will see two paragraphs, right? One of them is more gives the advice, right? So if you ask the card for advice, so the advice from the Empress cards, and the second paragraph speaks from the first person, right? As if the Empress is speaking to you. So, for example, here, what it says, the Empress, give yourself, your tasks, and your entire development space, give room to all growth, right? So it just gives you advice, if you pull this card, what to do. And from Ish, which is I, right? So it's from the first person, from the person Empress, she speaks, I love life the way it is, my wilderness and my tenderness, holding, shaking hands together, nothing can limit me, right? So it just kind of speaks from the first person. And at the back of the booklet, we have a few spreads included as well. So this one is, how do I find my lover? This one, I need a break. Desire for success. So the full card, I can do this well. I still need to work on that. I must never forget that. And card number 4, I have to open myself and believe in this. So I just kind of give you an idea of the spreads. Should I not spread? The soup of life, the fountain of youth. So yeah, they're kind of fun spreads to try as well. And also one of the features of Kitty Kahane deck, that we see kind of little bird-looking creatures with human faces. We see lots and lots of faces included throughout the cards. We can see little kind of stars with the faces, yellow ones included as well. So that's why I just kind of pulled the Empress card as just an example of the first card with the multiple faces, with like a Matryoshka doll, almost a little baby of the Empress. And then the Hierophant card, of course, is very unique in Kitty Kahane deck. So we can see the towers, the tops of the towers, the buildings are human faces as well. And the Hierophant himself, he is sailing on a boat. And from the booklet, from the little book, it kind of describes that the Hierophant is sailing on the river of wisdom and passes passes by the faces, right, that discover him. So that's kind of a very interesting interpretation. So still kind of looks like he's teaching, right? But he's kind of going down on that river of wisdom based on the booklet, and he's teaching as he is flowing. So what we have here that is different from RWS, so we have more Tarot de Marseille order for the Strength card and the Justice, right? So the Justice is number 8 and the Strength is number 11 in this deck. When of course in RWS we have 8 for Strength and 11 for Judgment. Once again, lots and lots of faces. Really lovely teals and pinks. I really love the brightness of Kitty Kahane Tarot. The tower is quite unique because it's almost like a walking tower. It's walking tower depicting a human person, human-like person. Tower is made out of a person. And the star. Of course, in RWS we have the star with one foot in the water, one knee on the land. In here, the star seems to be in the middle of the body of water, and we have almost like a nymph-like, angel-like, water angel-like figure pouring water over her. With Two of Cups, very interesting interpretation here. So that lion face, right, becomes the lion, and we have the snake tail here, right? And those two people, they're cheering each other and riding on top of the lion with the snake tail. The Three of Cups. We have more kind of a feast over the table, just slightly different interpretation, but still that kind of signifying celebration. 10 of Coins. We almost have those people inside of that large figure there, and we do have the dog, also quite a large dog, and the coins or the pentacles have little faces inside of them. Also in Kitty Kahane, we have some of the cards, they move in a different direction, right? As we can see in 8 of Wands, and all of them have either star or flower or face or hand. Very quirky. It's the same, just some court cards that have different directionality when compared with a traditional Rider-Waite Smith deck. So you can see extra birds with faces. It's kind of a different world, the world of Kitty Kahane. So the Kings of Coins, they're looking to different directions in those decks. And how the lizards, they're kind of more part of his attire. And here we have it, Kitty Kahane Tarot side by side with Tarot of A.E.Waite. Please do let me know what you think of either of the decks and the bags. Do you like them aesthetically? Do you see yourself reading with one or the other? Because I know quite a few people don't quite resonate with Pamela Coleman Smith artwork. I personally do. And I would also love to know what RWS based deck you are enjoying most at the moment. I'm really curious to know that. I'm so very grateful for your time and for spending this time with me today. I'm sending much love and light to you all. Namaste.